Most dudes who on they square and pursuing their business and walking in there and what they supposed to, them is not asking your body count.
So you saying body count doesn't matter to a real man?
Body count matters to dudes who not in the count.
Ooh. Oh, Lord.
Welcome
to the J&O Show.
We talk about
things that we were never told. I'm Jay.
And I'm O.
And now you know. What up, y'all? Explosions all over the place. Time to wake up. I'm trying something new. What y'all think? Y'all think I should do the clap and everything? You know what? That might feel too much like NPR. I might have to take away the clap.
Yeah.
I might have to take away the clap.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't want to be just like NPR. Anyway, how y'all doing? With explosions all over the place. She said explosions.
So we are going to be doing this is short, I believe. I don't know. I have to click on it.
It is short.
But it says,
is this true about the types of guys who worry about body counts?
Most dudes who on they square and pursuing their business and walking in there and what they supposed to, them is not asking your body count.
So you saying body count doesn't matter to a real man?
Body count matters to dudes who not in the count.
Ooh. Oh, Lord. No, we didn't.
This has been tonight's conversation.
That's what I'm saying. I've never met a man who's had the, and ladies, I'm not saying this like y'all easy. I've never met a man who had the ability to actually be with the woman that he wanted. Because most dudes with the women they got access to, not the women they want. I don't know a lot of men who with the women they want, who be worried about who else she. I got money. I know the spots. I can take you wherever the rest of them niggas take you. I'm confident in what I got. I'm not worried about who else you with. Only a dude who not on his square is worried about community. I don't roll in the community.
There's the right ladies to dry yourselves up with.
Respectfully, I can say a Just Mike. I can say an Ace Metaphor. I'm looking at some of the nodding in the room. I don't even roll in the community that you was handing that out to. I don't. I'm not gonna run into the dudes that you with. The dudes who happy and want to point the finger like, oh, I f***ed her. That don't shop where I shop. He don't land where I land.
That
Respectfully.
the Yo, that dude be extra.
Yo, I love how that dude be hyping him up. I love when you do that. Oh.
Things that make
You say.
So, that's interesting.
I was slightly disappointed in him.
Okay.
Because he been solid for most of the stuff that we've seen from him. Mm-hmm. I was a little disappointed in that take a little bit. He's correct. I don't normally find myself around dudes who would be like, yo, you see that girl? I smashed that girl, bro. You look at that dude over there with that girl that I smashed. Yo, he lame. Yo, he over there walking. How you like that? You like it? Mm-mm. I liked it too. I don't know that guy. So I agree. But at the same time, to be like body count.
It doesn't matter.
And people who really got money.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter to a certain type of dude who got money.
Yep.
Usually it's a smaller percentage of dude who got money that.
It doesn't matter.
A few videos ago that we had taped, but y'all might not have seen it yet. I talked about what percentage of millionaires, and I'm not saying he's a millionaire, but what percentage of millionaires and men who are well off are in what areas. Okay. The type of guy that he's talking about that don't care about that is two things that's going on. One, they're in a certain industry where they don't care about that type of stuff. Industries that tend not to care about a woman who has body count, music industry, you got sports, you got maybe some people in the television, movie industry. Okay. These arts related industries where the people are a little different anyway. How do I know this? I'm from those industries. I'm from those crowds. I was there. I've been an artist my whole life. I've been a musician my whole life. So we all think different. We just different. The rules is different over there. Okay? Because people are living, and their whole purpose as a person and as a being is to push the boundaries of society and the things that are acceptable and that are not. So they are the ones who take the bumps. for the trial and errors of what's going on. That's why a lot of times you see a lot of the stuff that's going on with like LGBTQ and all of that other stuff is coming from those industries, because those are the ones who tend to experiment with everything, because they question the way that society is built. And the people who question the way that society is built have a very important role in society, because they help us to understand and solidify the things that work and the things that don't. They tend to make themselves crash test dummies. That's why artists of all kinds, from dancers to actual visual artists to musicians, they all tend to be highly controversial, because that is the role they play in society. And it is a very important role. So those people in those types of industries know they don't care, but that's less than 10% of the rich. That's the issue. That is less than 10% of the rich, less than 10% of the well-off. Now it's changing, because a lot more people with social media are finding the ability to prop themselves up as artists without needing infrastructure. And so a lot of those smaller artists are starting to be able to be making 6 figures a year, selling my art online, setting up pop-up shops and things of that nature for my clothing line that I still make myself. So a lot of these people are getting a lot of money. So the numbers are starting to change a little bit. But the reality is, even when you add social media people who do arts and things of that nature, where they have different proclivities about body count, even when you go down that route, you're still not even talking about 20% of the people who are well off and wealthy. So as far as he's talking about, they don't be where I shop, you're right, they don't be where you shop, because those are the people who say, you know what, I got all this money, it's stupid of me to go and waste it on Gucci. They got money, but they don't shop at Gucci, they don't shop at the spot, they don't go to the club, because they think that's a waste of money. They would rather invest it. And that's 80 to 90% of the people who have money. You're hanging around the 10% of people who have money, who are new to money and feel like they have to go and spend a bunch of money on Gucci. It's very different crowds. So you have the side that's way more liberal and will spend money. I'll probably be part of that crowd. Will spend money on Gucci and Louis Vuitton and stuff, because they like fashion and they do, weird stuff, and they paint their fingernails like Drake do and stuff like that. They have bust downs with rainbow clusters on them and stuff like that. That's what artists do. And then you have the other 80% of the people who have money who say it's stupid for me to spend my money on all of that stuff. If I do, it'll be like the one thing I like. I like cars. I'm gonna get a Ferrari. But when I get out the Ferrari, I'm gonna be walking around looking like Steve Jobs. I'm gonna have a black turtleneck on that I got from the Gap. I'm gonna be rocking, a Timex watch. I'm not gonna have, or maybe I have one rollie. Like, they're very, very simple. That's how most people who have money are. So I was a little disappointed when he did that, admittedly, because I was like, yeah, body count does matter. A lot. How you relate to people, how you are in relationships, what your background is, what your past is, what is your emotional damage, all of that stuff comes in the body count. So no, I don't be around the dudes that be like, I slept with her. Yeah, because those are just jerks. But to anybody who actually wants, I never got to number 2. The number 2 person who doesn't care about your body count is the person who's only going to sleep with you and doesn't want to wife you either. One thing I noticed about him is I don't see no ring. No, he don't care about your body count, because in his mind, because he ain't got no ring and he probably ain't looking for a ring, it's better if you're a hoe anyway.
Wow.
Because I want you to jump off the ceiling on it. I want you to swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier. Imagine it coming out, because I can't sing that note. He'd probably rather you jump up from the chandelier. So you also have to take note of the people that are telling you about certain things. Do they care about what you want? Now, if all you want is to be out here dotting it up, busting it down, being a 304, male or female. We don't talk about male 304s, but if you just trying to slang, then no, you don't care. Later on, if you like, after I do this, I'm going to get a husband or I'm going to get a wife, it'll bother you then. It just don't bother you now. But everybody always thinks about now, because we're young and we're stupid. That's what happens when you don't talk to people who are older. When you talk to people... Yes, when you talk to people who are marriage-minded, they move different. When you talk to people who are not marriage-minded, they do all of that. So I was a little disappointed in his take. Look at rich business people. If you look at them in the lifestyle they lead, they don't have Instagram models for wives.
Right. Facts.
They don't. They have more conservative women. That's usually how it goes. Okay, I know. It looks like, I'm looking at the time, I'm like, dang, I was talking that long. You got anything you want to add? Jeez.
No, I think I said everything I wanted to say in the beginning. I just thought that was very interesting, because I don't think I've heard that. Yeah, I don't think I've heard that take. So that was interesting.
And keep it a buck.
What?
When we first started doing this show, I was a lot like him. I didn't think body count mattered. In the sense that I would never tell somebody body count matters.
Right.
The way I moved,
right.
You could tell body count mattered.
Right. But you didn't psychoanalyze it to understand that it really does.
Yeah.
Even though you wouldn't necessarily have said it.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
Like I would have never said that body count matters. Like if somebody went like, oh, do you think body count matters? I'm like, no, whatever. Like you with me. Da 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 da. I just avoided all of the women that slept around a lot, and I never
dawned on
let
you.
it sink in. Why?
Take it in.
I didn't take it in. but the reality is I was just like him. And it was only through having all of this information that we've gotten since we've been here, all of the stats about, the ability to have relationships, the ability to work with a partner, the ability to stay.
All y'all running around here jumping and hopping, skipping, diving, falling in love. Falling in love ain't. Somebody talk to me, please, about how to stay there. Damn.
With a partner, sexual satisfaction. Like it was only when I started seeing all of those stats, actual stats, where scientists went and were like, this is what happens when you sleep around, that I was like, oh, you saying it's a bad thing then? So you and Jesus knew. So did you talk to Jesus before you did this study? He was like, Jesus, because he was doing this thousands of years ago and they ain't had no stats. So, a lot of times these scientists out here be making Jesus look good.
Can I get an amen? Yes!
So
Yeah, hey, listen.
that's crazy. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in that one because usually they be thorough.
Yeah.
They be thorough. But that one I thought was a little off. It felt a little pandering-ish, a little bit of pandering-ish. But he might not be aware of all of the stats that we walked into.
Very possible.
It was a lot of stuff that I found that was just like, oh, so sleeping in the heat. Ooh. Like even the cohabitation thing. I didn't know about that either.
Let me tell you something. The Lord.
That's crazy to me.
He be knowing.
That's crazy. But anyway.
He be knowing. Comment down below and let us know what you guys think about the clip.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree? What do you think about Jay's take? Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Let us know. All right, but that's going to be it for today. Deuces.
Got my chesticles out. Shout out to Kai. Got my chesticles out. Yo, Kai wildin', yo. Oh, gosh.
Alrighty. Ready?
Ready to go.
Ready for Mo?
I don't remember the rest. I don't remember the next line. I can't remember the next line.
Ready for new? Like we straight out the stove.
You already know.
Okay, yeah.
Ty, forgive him. We only been listening to it for since March. Come on, man.
Hey, you know my song sang. Good. Ugly face.
Okay.
This is from some of our people that we like tonight's conversation. I went to y'all channel hoping that I would see longer episodes and all I see are shorts because I think y'all trying to direct us to another platform. Y'all need to get on YouTube and just put longer episodes on YouTube. And the reason
Go to YouTube.
Yo, only because their monetization situation is crazy, bro. Unless they might be on Spotify or something. They might have an official podcast thing that they contracted to. I don't know.
Comment down below. Would you guys want us to start a podcast? Well, I've been going back and forth about it. I've kind of been telling him, but I've been going back and forth about doing that for the past 2 years, low-key. I'm like, should we start a podcast?
Yeah, just because it'll be longer form, so you'll get more of a completed. Because we tend to give y'all 1-2 points, because I talk so much, in a thing, and then we just go on to the next thing. Whereas in my mind, part of the reason I talk like I do is because I have 6 points that I want to bring up to that topic, but I only give you. So I don't know.
So yeah, let us know what y'all think. You want to hear J&O on Spotify and all them other places? Let us know.
All them other places.
All right.
Press the out button.